Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. I am here today to do a general reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of October 2017. This month I'm using two decks. The main deck will be Cyril Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine. We will be doing a Celtic cross with that particular deck, as well as we will be using Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Divine Oracle for our oracle card at the end. So let's go ahead and get started then with the reading for October for the sign of Taurus. So calling on my guides, spiritual helpers, teachers, and the angels, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Taurus, asking for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom, and perfect vision as we look at the energies coming in for the sign of Taurus in the month of October. Giving thanks to all that is in advance for the perfection that is this life. Acknowledging the good that is in the world and the love that exists in the world as we look at the energy coming in for the month of October 2017. Looking at the sign of Taurus for October 2017. Also, if you would like additional clarity for the month, you can also take a look at your sun, your moon or your rising sign. If you know what your moon or rising sign is, you can take a look at that sign as well. So again, calling on the angels, giving thanks to the angels for being present as we look at the energy coming in for Taurus for October 2017, right there. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we have cooking for October. All right, Taurus, and at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Wands. So we have this very fiery, passionate energy surrounding Taurus coming into the month of October. The Queen of Wands could also indicate a Leo person coming in or influencing your environment in the month of October. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the remaining cards to see how this queen may shine her perfect light. Isn't that a beautiful picture? It's just absolutely beautiful artwork in this deck. All right, so let's take a look now at the rest of the energy. So as at the heart of the matter for Taurus in the month of October, we have the Page of Coins coming in. This page is really a very youthful, physical energy. This page typically comes in with messages, information, data to assist on with accomplishing some of your goals that have a financial tone to them, material tone to them. So this page is coming in this month again with information or data relating to your financial well-being. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's crossing this message of finance. So we do have the Seven of Coins crossing that message. So this is the Harvest card. So what this is saying to me, the combination of these two cards right away, as well as the Queen of Wands, which is a very action-oriented, fiery, passionate energy there. So the combination of those cards right away very much speak to the fact that there's a message coming in that will help Tauruses begin to bring that harvest in, begin to get these coins off of this tree and into this basket here. So the messages that are coming in, the information and data that may show up for Taurus in the month of October is certainly going to be a message that, again, helps you to become not to become anything. I want to draw that back in. What I'm trying to say there is this energy and the messages that will come in will help to facilitate, they will give you the information, the tools, and the resources that you need to really get your harvest going. So that's great news, Taurus. Let's go ahead now and take a look at what we have coming in underneath you, what's driving you. So here we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about your intuition. It's all about knowing what to do and when to do it. So this is coming up in the reverse. So it doesn't mean that you won't have access to your intuition. That's never the case, actually. We always have access to our intuition. All right, it's just a God-given gift that we all have. So it just means to me that maybe perhaps you're just not tuning in to your intuition as much as you potentially can in the month of October. So Spirit would like to remind you that your intuition is always readily available to you, and that the more you practice going inward and looking for your answers internally instead of externally, you will be in a much better position to again begin to reap some of the benefits of your hard work. All right, so the reminder is coming in to absolutely turn to your intuition. Now, what I want to add to that is that, if you're not prone to do that, although I do sense very much that people who come and watch videos of this nature are, I don't want to say more aware, but they're certainly more open to this intuition and guidance leading them, right? Isn't that why one would look at a video like this? Because they're looking for guidance. They're looking to see what they can do and to change their circumstance. And it's not to say that you shouldn't watch things like this. I mean, we all want to add to, or at least confirm, right? We all want to confirm what we think about a situation. So, and that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, every answer that one could ever need is within them. The key is really learning how to access that information, how to really use that information. For me, my guidance comes in, when it does come in, it comes without having to think. In other words, I don't feel pressured to do anything when my guidance comes in. It doesn't yell and scream and blame. That's not guidance. That's coming from ego when it comes in that way. Guidance is very subtle. It's a very soft suggestion. And so the advice for Taurus is to be open for these soft, subtle suggestions. All right. Now, what we have over you here, we do have the Faith card, which is the Hierophant card in the traditional tarot deck. This Faith card is really, and it's coming up in the reverse. So I think this is really tied into what I was just saying about, and it's also certainly in the same central row as this initial card here, what I was just saying about the High Priestess coming up in the reverse. We have here this Faith card. So does it really come as any surprise that if you're not creating an atmosphere or practicing using your guidance, using your intuition, does it come as any surprise that you would also trust would be an issue, trusting that everything is okay? You know, these are tied together. If you're in a place where you're at least asking the question internally, what am I to do now? And waiting for an answer to come in, you're much more likely to be trusting and patient while those answers come in, right? These two go hand in hand, having faith and using your intuition. So, and again, both of these cards are coming up in the reverse for Taurus. So it is absolutely, I feel, a reminder to utilize your internal assets, and that being your intuition and your ability to trust what's unfolding and trusting that it's perfect for your particular where you are in life right now. All right, so that's what I want to say about the Faith card coming up in the reverse there. Now, in your recent past, we do have the Knight of Coins coming in the reverse. Now, this is a slower moving knight, although very strong, very steadfast, very methodical in as far as actions go, very methodical. So this is coming up in the reverse. So what that says to me is that Tauruses may have had the opportunities in the past to maybe make rash decisions, very quick decisions, again, not tuning in, not connecting to the internal guidance that's available to you. So that may have been an issue in the past for some Tauruses there. And I also note this reminds me of bull horns, and Taurus, the Taurus is a bull. I know these are horses down here, but the horns remind me of a bull. And that is the symbol for the sign, or actually I think it's the ram, is the symbol for the sign of Taurus, which I'm pretty sure they have horns too. But what's coming, and I think the reason why Spirit drew my attention to the horns is because some of this is characteristic for Tauruses. Tauruses have a tendency to be very strong-willed, right? These very strong horses here on this card are representative for me of the sign of Taurus. Very strong-willed individuals who I could certainly see making a rash decision or a fast decision if they feel they're right about it. If they feel that it's the best thing for them, then there's not much anyone would be able to do to deter them from this line of thinking. So again, what I'm picking up here as a past energy for Taurus is that there's been some rashness, some quick to decide energy. And I don't know, perhaps I don't know if that's worked out for you or not. I mean, perhaps making a very fast decision in that moment may have served for Taurus. So I'm not here to judge anyone and how they do what they do or why they do what they do. My only function is to interpret the cards. And so that's what I'm picking up here with the sign of Taurus in the recent past. So next up we have your near future. We do have the Four of Cups coming up in the reverse as well. Now, this Four of Cups energy, this gentleman sitting here is kind of lost in thought. You know, he's oblivious almost to the cups that are at his feet or right there around him, and he's just really, like I said, oblivious is the word that really stands out about this card. Now, this is coming up in the reverse. So what that says to me is very similar to what I was picking up here with the rash decision. Not necessarily a bad thing, right? To move quickly and to make a decision quickly. So here I'm picking up that in the very near future, Taurus will be able to focus more effectively on the things that are before them. So instead of being oblivious to what's going on in your surroundings, and I don't mean that in an insulting way at all, because I'm actually one of these people who are not very in tune with my surroundings. You know, I'll walk. I don't pay a lot of attention to what's going on around me in that way. Some people do, but I'm just not one of those people. But here I'm picking up that Tauruses will absolutely in the very near future begin to focus more on the things that are happening right there in their immediate environment, and there will be some benefits to be gained from doing so. All right. So there we have that in your near future. Now, next up, we have the way you're seeing yourself. So you're seeing yourself, Taurus, as maybe not as lucrative as what you would like to be. I'm drawn back to the Harvest card, crossing the information that's coming in. So perhaps this information that you're waiting on to really bring that harvest in for you, perhaps that's not coming quick enough. So you're beginning to feel this sense of tightness around money, around possibility, around your material well-being. All right, but this is just a perception that you have about yourself. It's not necessarily the way things really are. It's just the way things really seem. Now, I'm picking up that there may be somebody out there that's saying, no, yeah, that's the way things are. My bank account is not where I want it to be. I'm not making the money that I'd like to make, and I'm not getting what I want to get right now. So it's not that things seem to be that way. They really are that way, right? That really is your experience. And so I don't mean to diminish your experience at all. I mean, if this is your actual experience, if you are experiencing lack or tightness in the realm of your finances, then again, this is not to diminish your experience. What I am saying, though, is that this does not define you. Okay? There's a difference. It is an experience. It may be an experience. It may be an actual experience, but it does not have to define who you are. All right? So next up we have your environment. And here we have the Three of Wands, which is a card about waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for things to line up so that you can collect on this harvest, waiting for this information to come in so that you can begin to see yourself in a more positive light when it comes to your finances. So here we have in your environment, we have the Three of Wands showing up in the reverse. So as an environmental card, as an atmospheric card is what I want to say here. This Three of Wands in the reverse to me is signaling that there may be some, again, evidence of an experience around you that may be, that may have you feeling with this faith upside down, right? That may be trying your faith, that may make you feel like it's hard to trust the way things are, right? This Three of Coins in the reverse in your environment is really saying that you are not seeing, having the physical experience of things showing up when you need them to. Some of you, again, these are general readings, so nothing I say will apply to each and every person who watches this video. But take what works for you and what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right. So in your environment, there may be a sense that, again, things aren't working out. Things aren't going my way. And that sense of things not working out is definitely has the potential there to impact the way you're thinking, to impact how you're showing up in the world. So again, something to be mindful of when it comes to how you're seeing things. Next up, we have your hopes and fears. And here we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. You know, I'm just really picking up for Taurus that there's this energy around you that, you know, where you're putting forth effort to change your situation and move yourself into a better position, but either the timing is off or and I don't mean to say like there's like it's not possible for whatever you're trying to do, because I have the Harvest card coming in crossing you. So there's evidence here that messages and information will be coming in that will help you to more clearly reach your goals that you set, the financial goals that you set for yourself. But there's this fear that you won't be able to get to where you're trying to get to, and that you won't be able to do the things that you're wanting to do. And that was also indicated in this Ten of Coins in the reverse of how you're seeing yourself. So you're seeing yourself as maybe not having the resources that you need, and the lack of those resources may make you feel that you're not going anywhere fast, right? So I see your Harvest card here, Taurus. I see that there is a potential for things to begin to shape up for you in the month of October as it relates to your financial situation. So what I'm drawn back to here is this Intuition card coming up in the reverse. Again, the reminder is coming in to rely, to act internally what the best step is, and you know, some people call this praying. You know, when you pray and ask for things to come in or to be different, you know, you can also ask your higher self. You know, and I don't mean to diminish God in any way. If anyone's out there is praying to God and hoping for a change in their situation, it's not to say not to pray to God, but you can also ask your higher self, because your higher self knows all about what's going on in your life. All right? So, the final outcome card for Taurus, we have the Justice card coming in, and that's perfect, perfectly matched with the Harvest card. So as a final outcome card, balance will be restored. You know, this whole idea that things aren't, I don't have enough, right? My ship's not coming in. It's really not coming in. You know, that's in the reverse too. I'm waiting, and it's just not arrived yet. There's balance, Taurus. There's justice coming in for you. For whatever you've been working towards, whatever you've put all of this extra energy into accomplishing for yourself, it's not in vain. This Justice card confirms that you will experience some level of restoration, and it is my prayer that you begin to experience that in the month of October. All right, so that does conclude the reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of October. We are going to close out your reading this month with one additional guidance card. So calling on the angels, guides, helpers, and teachers to provide one additional guidance card for the sign of Taurus for the month of October. Giving thanks in advance for perfect guidance, perfect wisdom, and crystal clear clarity. One additional guidance card for the sign of Taurus for the month of October. Oh, there it is. Thank you. All right, Taurus, so let's see how oh, you got 2 cards. Interesting. All right, and you are my last reading for October, and you are the only sign that jumped out with 2 cards. So let's see what's in store for Taurus. All right? No matter how you're feeling about your circumstances, Taurus, you are indeed truly blessed. And the cards are reminding you of that right now, that you are blessed going in and you're blessed coming out. All right? So that's one very powerfully positive oracle card. And then your other one is the Fates. So all of this feeling that you don't, what we were just talking about, there's not enough, my ship's not coming, it's really not coming. So some of this is karmic in nature. The Fates is a card that's all about really seeing that the universe is divinely orchestrated. Everything is lined up perfectly. Nothing is ever out of order. So whatever you're experiencing right now, remember that you are indeed blessed and that you are on a path that will ultimately take you to where destiny has you going. All right? So that does conclude the reading for Taurus for the sign or for the month of October. Thank you very much for joining me here. I do wish you the best in October, and I will see you back in November. Namaste.